Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise series. Guys, today we're taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and hopefully we can go ahead and get a divisional win here. Would be huge to get a divisional win. Shout out to Will T, who said, make sure you start showing the stats of each of these games at the very end. I will be going ahead and looking over the stats. Thanks so much, my man, for going ahead and commenting. We will be looking at the stats at the end of this game. Now, in this game, guys, we're going to try our best every single week to get Tim Tebow more involved in the offense. Obviously, he is a really good new addition. And we're going to see if we can go ahead and get him more involved as Marvin Jones catches his first touchdown of the season, week 7. Something that we would not expect to see last year, where last year Marvin Jones absolutely went off for us. So this year, definitely a little bit of downgrade nonetheless. 2nd and 8 here, though. We're going to go ahead and throw the ball for almost a first down. 3rd down and 2 here. It's going to go and be a run play where somehow, someway they break a tackle and Jonathan Taylor. Now, the Colts, I have said many times, I'm not too much scared of Mr. Carson Wentz. I'm more scared of course, the receiving corps entirely, and I'm very scared of Jonathan Taylor and their defense. So those are the options where I just don't want to go against or be in a situation where I have to, get a stop on 3rd down. So hopefully today we can see a little bit better performance by Mr. TW than we saw last week. Well, he did okay. He won the game, but it was definitely one of those games where it was a nail biter for no dang good reason, right? You did not need a nail biter in that game, like, it ended up being. Guys, I want to say this. I say this every single video, and I'm not trying to repeat myself every single time, but if I sound weird or anything like that, guys, it hurts really bad for me to talk right now. So I apologize, but I might sound a little weird because of that. Please bear with me, as right here we do give up a touchdown, making the score 7-7. So now in the second quarter, let's see what TW can do. He rolls out to the left hand side. He's going to take off running here and pick up 17 yards on the play. Amazing how actually, with how little rushing they have done this year, this is one of the best, probably the longest rushing attempt they've had all year long with that rushing temp right there. I mean, on this year, their best rushing running back has 195 yards in 7 games, and that is James Robinson, obviously, with 42 attempts. So definitely not something that you want to see if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they are throwing the ball a lot more as another interception happens right here. Looking down the field for Julio Jones, ends up throwing an interception. Like I said, some of you do not want to see these interceptions, but you want to see them run the ball more. But at the same time, there's no real point for them to run the ball as much as people might want them to, because they are a pass-heavy team. This is a pass-heavy team entirely. So them not running the ball as much is actually, not that bad. They also do have 13 rushes with TW this year. He has 100 and I think he has 72 yards. So again, they are running the ball, just not as efficiently as they probably should be, especially comparing it to last year, as last year they had a lot better stats overall wise. 2nd down and 17 here after Carson Wentz does take a sack before halftime here. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play. This one completed to the left-hand side and ends up being a fumble recovered by Myles Jack, and he's going to go ahead and run in the end zone for a touchdown, making the score 14-7, guys. And that might be a foreshadowing of a lot more scores in this contest, as Myles Jack is an absolute monster. Nonetheless, so before halftime here, the Colts are going to try to get on the board, at least get a field goal, at least get something before halftime. Let's see what they can actually do here, boys. We, of course, do have another pass play here. This one can put it to the right-hand side to T.Y. Hilton down 22-yard line. Timeout called by the Jacksonville Jaguars here, and that might have been a mistake, as, of course, it's going to go ahead and give the Colts their own timeout to work with. So right here, 1st down and 10 at 36-yard line here, 38-yard line here. It's a completion in the field goal range, but sadly for the Colts, they do not have another timeout, so they will go to halftime 14-7. Now coming out of halftime, it's going to be a run by Jonathan Taylor up the middle here for a gain of 3 yards. Just looking back real fast to Mr. James Robinson last year. Last year, he only had, he actually had 99 attempts, but he only had 400 rushing yards on the year with 2 touchdowns. So definitely looking overall wise, not too insanely different from last year to this year. He's actually on pace to beat last year's numbers and this year's numbers. Obviously, Travis Etienne, though, last year had an amazing rookie season, having 572 yards, more rushing yards than Mr. As another fumble here recovered by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's going to be going ahead and be recovered to the 49-yard line. As I said, though, you know, a lot better season for Travis Etienne last year than Mr. James Robinson. And obviously, Etienne also had 45 receptions for 345 yards, and he had 10 touchdowns total in a year. So absolute amazing numbers for that man right there. As right here is going to be another interception looking down the field. And honestly, if I'm, you know, Mr. TW right now, I'm going to go ahead and stop trying to find that right-hand side. That right-hand side is a no, you know, highway is closed. Do not go for that area on that right-hand side, because so far the Colts have locked that up. Like I said, this defense the Colts have absolutely ball hawking. This is a defense you do not want to go ahead and go after, a defense you don't want to mess with. They did pick up Jalen Phillips in our first year's NFL draft, so again, that already, you know, spells loom and doom. They also did go ahead and improve their offensive line. Got Mitchell Schwartz in the offseason. But other than that, though, this team is pretty similar to what it was last year. Nothing too crazy special. My bad, Kitty Payne, not Jalen Phillips, my bad. They got Kitty Payne in the first draft, which again, very good player. As right here, it's going to be an interception by Miles Jack, and he will recover it down to the 48-yard line. So he already has a fumble return for 6 this game, and now he has an interception, which is not returned for 6, but still very, very good play by Miles Jack. Could have been a touchdown if Jonathan Taylor wasn't so fast. Nonetheless, though, James Robinson getting a run right here, bringing us into the 4th quarter now, guys. 14-7. Actually, still a very tight ball game, as right here, James Robinson gets down to the 1-yard line. Next play, little first and goal at the 1 here. It's going to go and be a pass play. This one, TW does take a sack. 2nd and goal now at the 3-yard line here. They're going to go ahead and do some motion in the ocean here. It's going to be a read option play, and TW goes down quickly. 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line here. Clock is ticking. It's going to be a pass play here. This one incomplete, looking for Julio Jones for a touchdown. Just like that, it is 17-7 with 25 on the 25-yard line here. Carson Wentz takes off running, picks up a first down and more. Clock is ticking, closing in on the 2-minute warning here. Pass to the left-hand side is completed. Could have been a fumble, as that was a hard hit right there. Pass across the middle here to Pittman down to the 40-yard line, now in Jacksonville territory. First down 10. It's going to be a pass to the left-hand side completed, and it's a fumble again by the Indianapolis Colts, recovered by Jacksonville. Just like that, 17-7 in this contest. It's a run to the left-hand side for around 3 yards. A run to the right-hand side here goes absolutely nowhere. 3rd down and 8, as the Indianapolis Colts are calling their timeouts on the play. It's going to be a screen pass that goes absolutely nowhere, so they will go for it here, and they will throw a touchdown pass to Chark down to the touchdown, Jacksonville. So now 24-7 in Indianapolis, guys, and let's see what this Colts team can do as they throw a pick 6 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And just like that, it is 31-7, and Jacksonville is just pulling on the score right now. They do not care what's happening. This is a divisional rival, and they are going to make sure that this divisional rival feels every single blow possible. Obviously, right now, the Colts are actually a pretty good team. They are 3-2 on the year going into this game, so they are right behind the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are currently 3-1 in the season. As right here's gonna be another incomplete pass, could have been intercepted. Now bringing up 4th down and 6 at the 40-yard line. They will be going for it here, down by 24. The Colts need a miracle, and it's an interception by Miles Jack. And can he do it? He will. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And just like that, Miles Jack will have 2 tutties on the day, a fumble return for a tutty, a touchdown return for a tutty, and another interception. Player of the game. Tell me about player of the week for Miles Jack right there, boys. That was an absolute insane game by Miles Jack, guys. And let's go ahead and finish this off. We will be looking at the stats and kind of breaking down what's going on, guys. But if Miles Jack does not win the freaking player of the week, I'll be absolutely surprised. Now, taking a look at this, guys, he actually did end up winning player of the week for this week. He actually went ahead and had 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 2 touchdowns, and 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble covered in this contest, guys. So he did win player of the week. Absolute monster week, guys. Even Tim Tebow had 1 reception. As you guys see, 1 reception, 5 yards. So, I mean, hey, look, Tim Tebow is getting involved in the game. We're trying to see, how much we can get Tim Tebow in these games. Obviously, he's a crucial member of the team. A lot of people are excited about him. Hopefully, we can get a touchdown before this season does end. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like, comment down below. See you guys next one. Peace out.